Hi, I'm David Archibald, and welcome back to the Closer Framework, a short course for sales leaders who want to build high-performing teams that serve first and sell more. Now, if you missed lesson number 1, go check it out. It's a link in the description, where we covered the first letter in the framework, C, connect with purpose. Now remember, Closer stands for connect with purpose, listen to understand, own your craft, serve, don't sell, energize the team, and repeat what works. Now today we're moving on to the second habit, L, listen to understand. One of the most underrated and most powerful tools in sales leadership. Now here's the truth. Most salespeople don't actually listen. Shocker, I know. They wait to talk. They listen for buying signals, not for meaning. And they treat objections like it's an argument to win instead of clues to understand. But the salespeople who master active listening consistently outperform the rest. Why? Well, because when a customer feels heard, they feel safe. And when they feel safe, they trust. And when they trust, they buy. Now let me share you a real moment that taught me this the hard way. Now years ago, a customer came in looking at the all-new Pontiac Firebird. I know, a long time ago. I was so excited, man, I loved that car. The horsepower, the speed, the way it handled, it was one of my favorites. And I was totally locked in on performance. So what'd I do? I talked about the 0 to 60, the handling, the torque curves, all the things I was passionate about. And by the end of it, the guy just looked at me and said, honestly, man, I just need to know if this is going to be a safe car for my family. And that hit me because I completely missed his reason for being there. It wasn't about performance. It wasn't about excitement. It was about safety and protecting the people he loved. So that took some reflection, and boy, I blew that deal. But eventually, I realized I was listening with my priorities, not his. And that's what cost me the sale. Now, here's a simple tool I teach every sales manager and salesperson that I coach. The 3-level listening ladder. They hear the words but miss the true meaning. Now, level 2 is listening for meaning. You start asking yourself, hey, why are they saying this? What matters underneath these words? And level number 3 is you start listening for emotion and values. You listen for the feeling behind the words they're saying. What does this purchase really represent to them? Now, for example, a guy comes in and he might say, hey, I want a comfortable bike. And level number 1 is like, okay, find a comfortable seat. And level number 2 is you'd ask, why is comfort important? And the guy might say, well, because I want to take longer trips with my wife. And level 3 would be like, well, why those trips? Well, it's because it's how we spend quality time together. So now you're not actually just selling a seat. You're actually helping them protect a part of their marriage. So here's how you can start raising your team's listening skills this week. In your next sales meeting or role play, do the listening ladder. One person plays the customer. One person asks 3 layers of questions. Number 2, coach listening during real customer interactions. Whether you're on the showroom floor eavesdropping on a sales guy or possibly during their follow-up calls. Give your team feedback on how well they listened, not just on whether they closed the deal. And number 3, start celebrating great listening moments that your team has. Share. Okay, that's it for lesson number 2 of the Closer Framework. Now remember, great salespeople don't talk more. They listen better. And they listen all the way to the customer's values and emotions because that's where trust lives. In our next lesson, we'll focus on the habit that separates average performers from professionals, and that is own your craft. Because skills compound and your ego kind of decays. Okay, see you in lesson number 3.